Okay guys, I finally got some DJI stuff member right next to myself, but I must say, I actually want to film this indoors as the humidity is killing me softly. And yeah, may I introduce her? That is Caroline Briggett, and she is the...
I'm head of stakeholder relations at DJI.
Yeah, that is a title. And she's the one to answer your questions. And again, these are like halfway your questions and halfway my questions. I've mixed them up a little bit. But let's get started right away. The first question is, when will DJI publish a 360 degrees camera? Because people are in love with that stuff, on Facebook especially.
Yeah, no, we've seen a lot of great interest for 360 cameras and VR technology and all of that. And obviously this is a very competitive industry, so we can't really talk about what we have in the pipeline, but let's just say that we're monitoring that area closely.
Is there a Phantom 5 going to be released within the next month?
No, but we can put it this way, right? So we have 2,500 engineers working in our headquarters in Shenzhen, and what they're working on right now is probably like generations away. So the Phantom 4 was something that they were working on years ago already. So 2,500 engineers that are all very busy. You'll get it that it's a very interesting pipeline that they're working on.
Why is there not a black Phantom 4 available or something like that? Some more colors, some more, I don't know, something to choose from, or maybe even one that you can customize yourself?
No, that's a great idea. When we came up with the Phantom 4, we wanted to build on sort of the iconic design of the Phantom series, right? So we wanted it to be like a canvas for people to go out and be creators. So we didn't want to like define a specific style for them, but we wanted it to be open and inspirational. But having said that, we came out with the Inspire, for example, in a black version. So you should never say never.
Yeah. So we can expect something maybe from at that point, or is that again something we cannot talk about in depth?
Not in depth, no.
Okay, guys, I think we have to understand that DJI is probably not able to just announce new products within this video, but let's just keep on pushing forward. The next question is one of the most tricky questions. The DJI customer service is something very emotional to many out there. Is DJI really paying attention to people really almost crying for more customer service, for a better after-sales policy?
Of course we are. We have hundreds of technicians, both in the US and in Europe and in Asia, working to provide customers the best possible service. And we have numbers they can dial. You can submit questions on social media. I'll give you the number.
Oh really? Is there one for Europe, for example?
Yeah, so we have a UK number and a German number for now, and US and China and other regions as well. But we want to be as transparent as possible, and maybe this is something that we haven't really been communicating that well, but we have invested a lot in our customer service centers, and we have several of them now in Europe, we have several of them in the US, and to be honest, we're actually looking for more talented and service-minded people to join the team. So let me know if you have any good recommendations.
Yeah, any good recommendations. Probably out there, many drone people watching that video. So are there really numbers? Because I have personally never seen a number. I have myself been somewhat disappointed in the customer service. Whenever I tested them, it took forever. There was no clarity on what was going on. The customer service is really one of the core weak spots of DJI. So is there a number you could give me and I could write it down there in the video description?
Absolutely. I don't have it memorized, but I'll give you that right after this interview.
So guys, just look it up down there in the video description. You might find the customer service numbers, and yeah, that's really important to many out there. I mean, if you invest that much money in a product and you are afraid of crashing that, or you just need somebody to, I don't know, help you with something small.
No,
small fix.
Absolutely, I agree. But we've shortened our turnaround time, so it's now down to 5 days, and we've set a really strict goal for ourselves to always reply to every request within 24 hours, for example. So we're working hard on it.
Yeah, if the customer service is very bad, is there any way people could get in touch with DJI and, I don't know, claim that?
Yeah, so actually on the main website, we have a lot of email addresses to people working for the company. So we have marketing, sales, support, responsibility. So there are people reading these emails. So if you do get in touch, we will make sure to get back to you.
Okay. And in case of emergency, my hint is always to write on Facebook. That way they answer. Yeah, that's a company thing, not a DJI thing. Every company answers if you ask them. On Facebook, how does DJI plan to keep ahead of the market with more competition coming up? And for example, Unique was a big topic just like a few months ago, and they just released a new drone as well. a small drone. So how is DJI planning on staying the leader?
Yeah, no, but first of all, I think competition is healthy for the market, right? And we're in such a clear leading position, so let's just say that we're not afraid of competition, but we welcome it. And we think it's great to see other creative players, but because this is a new market and there is room for a lot of niche players as well. But DJI has been around for 10 years. We have 2,500 engineers working at our headquarters here in Shenzhen. We have hundreds of patents. You know, being in Shenzhen makes it possible for us to get prototypes within the same day. And let's just say that we're a very hungry and talented bunch of people, so we're not going to give up that space.
Okay, after you started, not personally you, but DJI started doing the RC stuff, then filmmaking, agricultural, what are the next plans for DJI? Are you still planning on, I don't know, getting to know more fields like, I don't know, security, safety, or any other fields that are interesting to DJI?
Yeah, of course. And really, like, the beauty of drones is that we've seen so many people being enthusiastic about getting, you know, to explore the world from above. And they take it out on like a family vacation or when they go out on a hike with their friends. And then they realize that, oh, this drone is actually something I could use for my real estate business or something I could use for agriculture. So instead of like trying to impose different applications on our users, we really see a very active community coming up with their own applications. So as you pointed out, the film industry is very big, the agriculture industry is very big, but we're also seeing a lot of infrastructure, for example. So if you look at telecom tower inspection, that's actually one of the most dangerous jobs in the US. But instead of sending a person up, climbing the tower and doing the inspection manually, you can now use a drone. And you can do that inspection safely from the ground. So that's a great way of like a new application. But we're also working a lot with firefighters, or using it for search and rescue missions, or disaster response professionals, such as now in Italy. You know, you saw the firefighters and other teams using drones to get a better situational awareness from above and doing impact assessment studies and search and rescue missions and things like that.
Is DJI like really working together with the authorities to get clear rules?
Okay, so first of all, the DJI Geo is the new geofencing system. So what we tried to do is make it more dynamic. So it actually opens up more opportunities for users to fly in different areas. It's just that we're trying to educate operators where it's safe and legal to fly. So you mentioned wildfires, for example. And with DJI Geo, you can actually see in real time if there is a fire going on. And the app will tell you that it's a temporary restricted flight zone. And that is only because we want rescue workers and professional users to have first priority to that area. So we're working very closely with regulators and aviation bodies and other stakeholders that have an active role in the legislative process, right? So for the DJI Geo, for example, we're working with a third-party company called AirMap, and they're having the direct relationships. But when it comes to regulation in general, we're working with not only the FAA, but also stakeholders in Europe and in Asia. And essentially, we're all looking for the same thing, to have safe skies that are still open for innovation, right? So DJI is trying to get a harmonized legislative framework that is easy to comply with and intuitive.
So what do you dream of for the future of DJI? What is your vision?
So our vision at DJI is to enable anyone in the world to become an explorer and to make really complex technology easy to use and intuitive, to be able to be creative and explore the world.
That's a nice vision. And thank you for the interview, which was quite tough, I think. There are not always people arguing like that. You know, I'm not a basic journalist just asking the normal questions. Like, again, like the customer service, that is a big, big issue. And if you're really taking this like seriously, I have only been asking that because it was like, I think the number 2 on my list voted up. So people are interested in that. So that was pretty cool. Some people thought I wouldn't be asking the questions or wouldn't be getting answers, but I finally got some answers. So thank you, and let's head back to, I was going to say the studio, I feel like in the news now. So let's head back to the HQ in Shenzhen.
Okay, great having you, Tom.